YouTube, what's good? It's your boy, Paulus Harris, aka the Crazy Uncle. Hey, guess what? If this is your first time tuning in, go ahead, hit that doggone subscribe button, hit that notification bell every time I post up new content. Well, you know, I'm gonna try to make this short and sweet, but it's with this just that one topic there. It's actually really a lot to cover if you actually really stop and think about it for a minute. So here it is. Well, kind of like 2 months away from everything going digital as far as like money goes, right? And then they say that money is going to have an expiration date. And so my whole deal is this. And then like I said, go back and watch the videos about this so-called digital money that's so-called coming up, right? And these motherfuckers, what's so bad about it was in one video, they actually really told you what happened on June 5th, 1933. Well, at least I know they talked. I know they told you what happened on June 5th, 1933. Whether they actually really took it as far as like August 15th, 1971, I really don't know. But my whole deal is this: they gonna talk about, well, you finna get on spot money, right? But it's gonna have an expiration date. So my whole deal is, okay, so what about the money? People that got real serious money in the bank. So that money that millionaires and billionaires got in the bank. So, oh, if you don't spend it, right, then guess what? You know, that's expired money. You can't deal with it no more. But my whole deal is this, right? It's almost like what I told y'all about so-called social media. Social media has been around as long as the television and radio, if not beforehand. It's just that technology is a motherfucker nowadays, where you can get that right there, right? And then, and so basically what they said is that you put like this: if you got to pay for something, then you can like go online and you can pay for it right then and there or whatever. And I'm just like, okay, so how long has this been going on? Right? I joined the army in 1997, right? And not one time did I actually really get an actual paycheck handed, in my hand. Then these motherfuckers, then you had the one motherfucker on there. He's hollering about, well, it's a violation of privacy. Well, let's actually really look at that word privacy, because isn't your bank account information, isn't that privacy, right? When you carry your ass to work, right, and you give these people your banking information so they can deposit that digital money, right? Now, whether or not you actually really go to the ATM and actually really get money out, then then okay. But if you doing shit online like everybody else is doing, then guess what, people? Digital money, so-called digital money, has been around forever and a day, right? And so these motherfuckers, so you kill the Cash App guy, or at least that's what the fuck these motherfuckers actually really want you to believe. So you kill the Cash App guy for what? When money was actually really being moved digitally way before the Cash App guy even came into existence. So you kill him off for what? Hell, if you gonna do that, shit, you motherfuckers might as well just kill off everybody because go kill kill the cable company, the light bill, water bill, gas bill, your cell phone bill, anything that you use on a daily basis in your house or wherever your place of residence is at. Right? Go ahead, put like this. Either kill the people, right, that is actually really distributing the money out so shit could actually really get paid. Right? Or you actually really go out and kill the people that's actually really receiving the money digitally. Right? So again, I'm just looking at this and I'm just like, okay. But then, because I'm just like, okay, well, are most of the people in this country and motherfuckers over there that's cross that water, y'all can't be this damn stupid. Right? So it's like, okay, so wire transfers are out the window. Right? And so I'm just, so again, I'm just looking at this. I'm trying to actually really put everything in perspective. Now, I'll be the first one to tell you, if I'm actually really looking at this stuff wrong, then please inform me on some stuff. Right? I mean, because I'm just like, because at the first of every month, I get up, wipe my face, brush my teeth, whatever. Get on my phone, and I actually really start paying bills. Right? Whatever website that I actually really need to go on to, I click on that website, I put in my information, right? Put in the amount that's owed. I typed it up and I hit send and bam, they got their money because I get the confirmation. So like I said, I'm so all this shit what they talking about, digital money. Look, people, that shit is actually really been going on forever today. And then there's these two important dates. June 5th, 1933. What happened on that day? And then here it is, some damn near 30 years later, August 15, 1971 happens. And what does President Nixon do? He takes away the Gold Standard Act. So I'm just like, okay, well, hold on now. If they did that back in 33, what the fuck are you doing in 71? Right? Are you actually really going back and reverse what Roosevelt did back in 1933? Or you just actually really forgot what happened back in 1933? But the thing about the whole thing about the whole August 15th, excuse me, but what's funny about the whole August 15, 1971 deal, right? That's like 7 years and some months and some change after President Kennedy was assassinated, trying to take away the power of the doggone Federal Reserve. Right? And we all know what the fuck happened to Kennedy. So here it is, damn near 8 years later, here come Nixon. Right? But then again, let's actually, so again, okay, so you got this what Nixon so-called did back in 71. Then you look at what fuck Kennedy was doing before he got assassinated in 63. Then you go back and you look at what the fuck Roosevelt did in 33. So for the most part, somebody lying somewhere. And then again, you got to ask yourself, how was they transferring money back in the 30s? Right? Because I'm gonna tell you something, people. Just like I say, y'all, for the most part, a lot of y'all actually really think that social media happened roughly happened in the 90s, late 90s, going into 2000. So let's just say for shits and giggles that the so-called social media folk been around ever since 1995, right? But here's the deal: it's like what I told y'all earlier, right? Social media has been around forever and a day. It's just that, and it's just for the simple fact it's not that we didn't never have access to it. We always had access to it, but it's just for the simple fact, it was just like, okay, you know what? We didn't have it long enough. We already know what to do with it because we know how it works. Because first and foremost, God damn it, we invented it. So we already know what the fuck it's gonna do. So go out there, turn it loose, and present it to them as if it's something brand new. So it's the same thing with this so-called digital money that's actually really coming out. Again, June 5th, 1933, August 15th, 1971. Right? If you don't know what happened on those 2 days, goddamn it, Google it. Right? And then ask yourself, okay, what the fuck they talking about digital money for? When go back and go to your, for those of y'all that got banks or whatever, go pull up your motherfucking bank statement, right? And what it say is what is it? It's gonna be like a ACS. I forget what it was. Is either ACS or ECS, whatever the fuck it is, and then it say, okay, it'll say that, and then wherever company that is coming from, the amount of money that was posted, and the date that it was actually really posted on, right? And so it's just for the simple fact, right, that it acts like once you go to the ATM, you put your card in, and you put your code in or whatever, right? It's still digital money until that shit come out the motherfucking machine. And then, but then again, I keep telling y'all, look, June 5th, 1933, August 15th, 1971. Tell me what the fuck happened in those days. These motherfuckers do wire-to-wire transfers each and every day, right? But then again, here they come, talking about, oh, this is brand new. No, the fuck it ain't. But then again, I actually really have to go back and be like, okay, as far as like Germany or what they call the European countries, right? At one point, it was, it was like, okay, you had the mark, and then I guess the mark wasn't doing what the fuck they wanted it to do. So they went from the mark to the euro. But then again, if any of y'all actually really remember, right, in the early 2000s, right, they was actually really, they was going to take Canada, United States, and Mexico. And then they were supposed to be doing away with the dollar way back then. And then they was going to actually really call it the Amero, right? Meaning that, okay, it's the same shit that they doing over there in Europe, so-called Europe, but they gonna do it on this side of the water now. So these motherfuckers actually been talking about doing away with so-called money forever and a day, right? And so it's just for the simple fact, look, if you've been around long enough, right, then again, you already, you could be like, motherfucker, they were talking about this shit years ago, right? So what the fuck else is new, right? Just like I say, you know, technology is a motherfucker, right? And just like I said, like I was saying earlier, right? You go kill the Cash App guy. What the fuck for? Y'all actually put like this. Unless he said something that he had no business doing. But then again, I'm just looking like this. Digital money was out before the Cash App guy even come into play. So what you kill him for? Or at least I'm one, you know me, I'm the crazy uncle. So I'm just like, hey, look, why y'all sit up there and post that bullshit live about the Cash App guy being dead when all what the fuck he did? He just took he just pretty much just took the technology of what was already out there. Now, if y'all want to kill him for that, then hey, look, then y'all the selfish bastards, right? Y'all finna y'all knock him off for doing something that y'all been doing, and then here it is. Okay, well, we gonna make this shit. We gonna make it look brand new, although we've been doing this shit forever and a day. So again, what the fuck, people? What gives here? And so, I might well go ahead and say this. Wow, it's actually really on my mind. Now, I'll be the first one to tell you. Everybody's all up in the air about, well, I'm not gonna say everybody, because I don't drink beer. Right? For those y'all that actually been watching my shows, whether it was on this channel or my other channel, when have y'all actually really seen a Bud Light in my hand? Right? It's always been motherfucking Old E, Still Reserve, and now a lot of time which y'all see me doing the Four Loko, right? Or I actually really got my mixed drink of motherfucking vodka and orange juice or gin and juice or whatever the fuck. And just know I do the shit half and half all the time. So but this about this whole transgender person, and y'all already know how I feel about motherfucking transgenders. Ain't no motherfucking sex such Adam. So they go and put this bitch on the can or this man on the can. Right? And so the sales drop. Okay, but then I go and I look at other shit, and then they were talking about, well, Bud Light or Anheuser-Busch has been doing this shit for years. Right? And I'm just like, okay, well, here it is. Here it is. Okay, like you get your same-sex marriage. Right? And so, but ain't nobody actually really going out taking no pills, doing nothing. Right? It's like, okay, you got two men. One is the actual man, and one is actually really playing the woman. Right? But ain't nobody getting no, ain't nobody got no motherfucking sex change behind it. Right? These bastards, they actually really call themselves going out getting a sex change. You done went out there and cut your dick off, cut your titties off or whatever. And just know that you got to actually really take medicine for the rest of your life to keep that shit pressed down. But, like I say, but y'all want to actually really classify that as a motherfucking transgender. You know? So, but, I just look at it like this. Let's just say for shits and giggles, right? Look, and, I always say this. It's more behind the story than what a lot of motherfuckers actually really putting out there, right? Let's just say for shits and giggles, right? Instead of actually really coming out and saying, hey, look, we got a real serious recall on Bud Light beer, starting at this date to this date, right? So instead of put like this, now the shit that's already out there, now put like this, you gonna get a lot of people that actually really don't give a damn. I love Bud Light regardless. Well, let's just say for the motherfuckers that's be like, well, I'm thinking about it, but then you go to the grocery store, the liquor store, then you see whatever the fuck that is on the damn can, then you be like, you know what? I'm gonna leave that alone. I'm not gonna go there with that one. But what I was actually really gonna say is this. Let's just say that put like this, it's a rather fucked up beer out there. So it's actually really studies and actually really saying, hey, guess what? We need to recall this beer. And so then you go slap this motherfucker on a can of beer, knowing damn well ain't nobody gonna drink it. So basically all what the fuck you do is like, well shit, they ain't gonna drink it. Let's go ahead, put it off the shelf. Let's go put some new shit out there. Take that motherfucker off your can. And then everything will be kosher again. Right? So again, that's just how the crazy uncle is looking at it. So hey, people, guess what? It is what it is. So, but let me say this. I'm probably if I can get the rest of my crew together, we're actually really gonna be talking over these same subjects, along with a hell of a lot more. But I just thought that I had to say this little piece before anything else happens. So, with that being said, tell your mom, tell your daddy, tell your dad, tell your Bertha, your uncle, your auntie, your grandma, your papa, motherfucker next door, cross street, round the corner, Paul's Harris, aka Crazy Uncle. Till next time.